Hello, everyone. I just want to say thank you for coming to my channel and watching me do this soap pour. I am very uncomfortable being on camera, so forgive me for stuttering or making mistakes, but this is my first soap video, and I hope you like it. I had some problems and some trouble pouring this soap. It emulsified on me very quickly. So I hope you enjoy the process of how I work through that. And I appreciate you again for coming by and checking out my page and watching me do this soap pour. So with no further ado, let's check it out. Hello, everyone. I just want to say thank you for joining me on this soap making journey. Today, we are making a soap without any coloring in it. It's just a regular soap, no colorants at all. We're just gonna let the soap be as the color of the actual, like the oils and everything. We're gonna just let that be, so it comes out to be like a yellowish tone. Also, right now what I'm doing in this part of the video is I am stirring my lye and making sure that it is, or getting prepared to stir my lye and mixing my lye. I'm going to just stir it until it gets to be about a clear color. It is, I take my time with this part though. I just put a little bit of at a time as I'm stirring here. And I'm gonna let this sit for until it cools to about under 100 degrees. Right now it's gonna be at a very high temperature, and I never wanna mix my soap with my oils and things like that at over 100. So I'm just gonna get everything all mixed in, stir it till it's clear, a clear base, and we'll just sit and just let that do its thing. Here I'm pouring my olive oil into the container. This is going to be my soft soaps or my soft oils. I use olive oil. This is my hard soap or my hard oils here. This is coconut oil that I'm putting inside. I'm having a little trouble, but I put enough in there to create a nice smooth soap. I'm also using shea butter. This is the next ingredient that I put in there. That's shea butter. But I'm going to start using the white one. But right now I just go to the hair store and I find this, and it comes in a nice big size. And I feel like it works the same. And that's where the natural color comes in, is with the shea butter. I'm going to add my, I'm putting that under heat right now so that it melts nicely. I'm going to add some hemp seed oil. I love hemp seed oil in my soaps. It's pretty amazing. That bottle is empty. I had to get another one. So we're going to get enough of that in there because this is actually going to be a smaller mold than my bigger mold. I'm also adding some castor oil here. Don't add a lot of castor oil. This is just enough to keep your soaps bubbling up really nicely and give it a nice smooth bubble. Of course, we want to make sure we get the right amount. So I'm taking my time with this. I'm gonna go ahead and pour my oils, all my wet oils or loose oils into the same container. This is all happening while my lye is cooling. Checking that lye to make sure it's at the right temperature before I start pouring anything. I think it's still a little too warm, so I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit more. And while my hard oils melt over there, give those a little stir. That is my fragrance oil. It's going to be fruit slices and mulberry mixed in together. Oh my god, it's amazing. I love the smell of that. Those are the sprinkles and the spray that I'm going to use on it. It's like a glittery sprinkle spray that's going to go on the top. And it is edible. I did that because it's easier to melt instead of like having something going down your drain. It's just going to melt and it won't have any effect on your drain. I got my mold together. I believe all of my hard oils are melted in, and now I'm ready to pour and mix. We're gonna let this cool down for a moment. Of course, I'm just gonna skip through before, like while it's cooling. I'm not gonna just go right into it. We're just gonna let that cool. Now that that's cooled, we're gonna get ready to mix the lye because I believe it is already cooled. It's almost cool, not quite. And I believe we're ready. That is my fragrance oil. I've mixed and blended both of those together. The fruit slices and the mulberry. What an amazing smell. And as you can see, we were at 98, I believe, and we're just under 100 degrees and we're ready to pour. Before I blend, I just stirred a little bit to mix it all in. And then of course I'm gonna stick blend it. As you can see, it's already kind of coming together. You're really gonna tell the difference once I turn it on. Look at that. Look at how that changed on me. It turned into a beautiful yellow color. Just natural yellow, beautiful natural yellow. And as you can see, my bubbles, I made a mistake and pulled it out and the bubbles like took over. So I stirred it a little bit more just to knock some of those bubbles out of there. Tapped it a bit just to get some more out of there. Do some more stick blending. This soap went really fast for me, so it was kind of tough getting it into the mold. But let's just see how we handle that situation. I think when you put the fragrance in, sometimes the fragrance makes it go really fast, so you have to be careful and pay attention to how fast it's emulsifying. But as you can tell, I'm just stirring and going along. Now this is when everything kind of changes on me. It was pretty scary. More bubbles. But thank goodness we didn't add any colorants to it, because how fast it actually went for me, it went really quick. So I was really grateful that we didn't do any colors. But again, sometimes certain fragrances will cause that to happen. More bubbles. You would be amazed at all the bubbles that you see in this video of me creating this soap, and in the end, it was totally without any bubbles. It was nice and smooth. But that's because we stirred and stirred it. You can knock those bubbles out by stirring. But as you can see how thick it's getting really fast. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, I better go. Because it's sticking, and you can see, look, it's piling up in there on top of the other soap in there. You can just see it. I ended up having to literally take it out of the bowl as fast as I could, because it did it so fast. Look at that. I had no time. You'd be surprised though. It came out to be a beautiful soap. Thank goodness. This is probably my 5th bar of soap that I've made, or fifth time making soap. And look at how fast that happened. Look at that. It's so fast. I'm panicking at this moment. Believe me, in my mind, I probably don't look like it on the video, but I was totally panicked. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to have time to work with this soap at all. Oh my goodness, thank goodness we didn't do color. But I was totally terrified. Oh, look at how thick. Thank goodness it was a small mold, right? Not a really big one. Oh my God, I would have had a fit. But you can just look at how the light is shining on that soap and see just how much moisturizer is in that soap. Looks amazing. But it went so fast on me. While we sit here and wait for me to get all of that out of that container. I just want to say I appreciate you for watching and coming along this far. Just make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video so that we can get more people to enjoy the soap making process. I felt like I couldn't move fast enough. I felt like I was paralyzed in this moment. I don't know how many of y'all soap makers are out there and you have felt this moment of panic whenever you're making soap, but this moment was definitely a moment of panic. I just thought, oh my God, what am I doing? What's happening? What happened? But I kept at it, and it's probably turned out to be one of my favorite soaps as far as the look and how pretty it turned out. I couldn't believe how fast it went. Look at that. It's just so fast. I literally had no time to work with the soap, y'all. But I still decided to create some beautiful swirls and in this soap. I played with it for a long time trying to get it all in there. I guess this is the joys of making soap. Whenever you're creating soap, you have to learn how to deal with the good with the bad. You have to learn how to make it work, you know. Look at that. It still came out to be pretty workable. I was still able to work it. It took me some time. I edited out quite a bit of it because it took me a long time just to get it the way I wanted it. I mean, I'm telling you, that soap went so fast on me. I think I handled it pretty well. The struggle was definitely real. I would say this, when something like this happens to you, don't give up. Keep at it. Don't get too frightened where you think, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to make it a beautiful soap. Even if you do have a moment where it goes fast like this, just keep at it. If anything, flatten it out and just make a cute little zigzag or whatever on it, just to make it look like something where you can, you know, because it's not going to change the way the soap works. The soap is still going to do the same thing. Even if it's not all pretty, it's still going to do the same thing. You see, I'm working with it, I'm working it, I'm working it, I'm working it. Still in panic mode. I'm just don't know which way to go. But I thought, I'm not giving up on this soap. The soap is going to be beautiful. Look, I even decided to go ahead and put some swirls in it. Me and this soap fought a war, and it was a battle. But in the end, I didn't let the soap win. Yeah, right now it just looks like a bunch of mess. And see, even that is okay. But of course, it wasn't to my liking, so I kept going. It was clumpy. It was so rough to do this soap, y'all. I'm telling you, it turned out just working with it. I'm gonna say this. It was hard to work with, but it turned out amazing. I'm gonna take some pictures of it and post it so that you can see it. It actually turned out to be a beautiful soap, and I just kept fighting. We were at war. This is me on the battlefield. If you ever been here, leave a message in the comments. I've been there. This was my first time when it was like this, like dealing with it like this. This was my first time, so panic. But I'm kind of glad for the experience because then I know what to expect and how fast soap can emulsify on you. So I was like, wow. But again, I'm still battling with it. I'm going to get those swirls in there no matter. I feel like it was clumping up, and I wanted to get rid of the clumps. I didn't want it all clumpy. I want it pretty, not clumpy. I think we're finally coming to the end of the war. Or to the end of the battle. I wanted to add a few more swirls to it. But again, I love, love, love this color of this soap. It's just a natural bar. No colors added. It smells amazing. I'm trying to get every little bit. We don't like to leave nothing behind. So I'm trying to get every little bit of that soap that I can get. So that also the cleanup is not as hard. Because there's a lot of oils in that. When you clean it, it's really hard to get all the oils away from it. More swirls. I thought I could add a little bit more texture, so I just kept going. Plus, I had just added a little bit more of the soap on top of it, so it was kind of just sitting there, and I thought, no, I better fix it. And it was still kind of soft, so I was able to keep going with it and add some more beautiful swirls to it. I'm putting more depth into it. Now you can really start to see those swirls come in. They may not be the best, and I believe as long as you have something that it's workable, you can do what it needs to do. And I'm kind of pushing down in there so you can kind of see the swirls, giving it all, see, and that just made it look so much prettier. Then what's left to add is my gold candy little pieces that I bought. That of course will not harm your tub. Will just melt away. I didn't want to do anything like flowers or anything like that because I don't want to stop anybody's sink up, especially women. We love good smelling soap and everything like that. That's my spray mist. But a good smelling soap will, if you have long hair and things like that, and then if your soap has all of those pieces from like things that can get stuck in your drain, your hair that's in the sink or in the tub will also catch all of those things as well. So you're going to end up having to do some work to your drain. So this is the reason that I added the meltable edible candy on top. And it'll just, the first time you use it, it'll be gone. So no need to worry about that. I love the gold. It goes really well with the yellow of the soap. Just brings out that yellow even more. Look at that. Look at how pretty that turned out. Isn't that gorgeous? The battle was won. Look at that. I'm going to bring you guys back to cut into this soap. Look at it, it's dry. It looks beautiful. Look at the shimmer in that baby. I love it. Looks like almost something like you can eat. But of course, it's soap. Please don't eat the soap, guys. But it looks amazing. Wait for the cut. It's really good. It wasn't that hard to get this soap out of the mold like I thought it was gonna be. Came right out. Look at that. Well, out of the wood part of it. I thought it was gonna be stuck to it because I messed with it so much. But it came right out. It was still kind of soft. So this is just the next day. And I like to bend it to get it out, so a lot of that yellow is going to definitely turn a little bit dark or lighter. It's going to lighten up a little bit. I see a few little bubbles in it. Not too crazy. After all of that, it could have been a lot worse. I decided to use some wire to cut it because I just wanted a straight cut. So I decided this time I would use wire. I would love to buy one of those wire cutters, wire soap cutters. I have that on my wish list. Definitely gonna go get one of those so that I don't have to fight with this soap too much. Because the way I'm doing it now, I literally had to fight with it a little bit. But it turned out amazing still, even still. This process, it kind of hurts a little bit to the hand because you're trying to push it down as much as possible. So I decided that I'm going to do it. It's just I decided on that next look, as you can see there, which is going to be another video, that I would use my regular cutter. I don't worry about the edges too much. I don't worry about that too much. I'll just still leave it on there because soap is soap. I don't want to waste it. Unless it comes down to the very end and it's still a little too big, and I might shave a little bit off that very end if there is any, and I will use that as a sample soap. And look at how smooth it turned out. No bubbles, very smooth, very pretty soap. I really enjoyed this soap right here. Did a fantastic job with this soap. I feel like even though it gave me trouble, it started quickly, it still looks amazing. I didn't want all the swirlies this time. I just wanted a regular, clean, straightforward bar soap. It turned out really beautiful. Now I'm just going to let this run through. And again, I appreciate you guys for watching. And we'll see you guys on the next video.